Hello, I'm Jamie.
Hello, I'm Mark, and it's time for another episode of Through the Garden Gate. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everything in between, it's Tuesday night, it's 7:30, it's time for another episode of
Through the Garden Gate. In Jean-Claude again.
Live from the caravan in the veg garden. And it's a very, very windy evening. Very, very blowy.
Yeah, we covered all of that for nothing really, because yesterday we were covering all the stuff and it didn't actually frost, did it?
It didn't, but it's better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's get Jamie in.
So, hi Jamie.
Look at that blue sky.
You know, it's bloody cold.
Windy as anything.
Oh, it's so cold. I don't know what I'm doing. I put 2 coats on. I don't know whether I'll manage to stay out all night.
Don't put your dressing gown on, that's good for wandering around your garden.
It's not good for stinging nettles, though.
Jamie, as promised, we've got the scores.
Oh. Go on, then.
So we'll reveal them after the gardening question.
Oh, make sure you put my extra point on, though.
You buy an extra point now.
No.
No, when I win this one.
Oh, when you win this one. Is it about bees?
No.
I just want to say something really quickly, a minute. Jo told me off this morning. She said, I did tell you we was going to have a frost on Sunday night, but I looked at my weather report and it said it was going to go no lower than 3 degrees, and it didn't, and it's still done my potatoes.
Yeah, I was
and we
reading.
didn't have no frost, and we didn't have no frost this morning. I looked out the window at 5 o'clock and there was no frost.
And you'd be like, oh, that's odd.
Well, there must have been a frost at some point the night before, because otherwise your potatoes wouldn't have got frosted.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. But it did. That's why I didn't do it, because it said it was the lowest it was going to be at 3 degrees.
Yeah, I was going to say under 4 degrees is supposedly cold enough for a frost, which doesn't.
But that's not a frost, though, is it? A frost is when there's actual Jack Frost bin and there's frost on the grass. We need to change it. It's not nothing to do with frost. It's to do with temperature under 4 degrees. That's what we need to do from now on.
It's a chill.
Jamie, I saw you reel about the Jamie, I saw you reel about the bee incident.
Bee what this morning when we're stinging nettles?
The one that was at the
When you were going to catch your swarm.
Yeah.
Oh, that wasn't an incident. That was all planned, and it worked really well.
It looks like it.
They were really good. First time I collected a swarm, and they're all sitting there, and I snipped off the tree, snipped off a couple of little branches of the tree, and popped them in the hive, and brilliant.
Jamie, there must have been about millions there.
I would say there's probably 20,000 there, George.
Yeah,
That's a lot of bees.
A lot of bees. But you think in my hive, in peak season, when they're at their peak in the summer, it's probably 60,000 in there on a full colony.
That's impressive.
60,000 bees.
Joe said try hyperlocal weather app.
I'll try that one, Joe. Thank you.
Yeah. Steph said George runs away from one bee, let alone 20,000.
Yeah.
Bees, what have you done to your face, George? It looks all...
What have you...
What?
Oh, my... What the hell's going on?
How do we get rid of it?
George, you need to go to the doctors about that, mate. I know they all call...
I didn't
George,
do this. It's just done it.
George, I know they all...
Yeah.
Listen. I know they all call you Big Mouth, George, but that's taking the mickey.
I just... Oh, my mouth's
That's
gone
gone.
back to normal now.
No, oh my God.
Oh, there we go. Done it.
Oh, yay. My my face is normal again. Yay!
Is it? Stop it, George. Stop making them faces.
Imagine if you could do the ears and my ears were like that
Like the BFGs.
George has been next to an open beehive with a local beekeeper, hasn't he?
Yeah.
You were in a bee suit though, weren't you?
Yeah, once, it was one of my granddad's friends, and then they had like a beehive, and so I went over and had a look, so I was in there, so yeah.
It's good. They're amazing creatures.
Yeah,
You need to study up about bees, George, and find some facts.
Yeah,
the facts about bees are amazing.
Yeah, as long as you don't get stung by them, but you won't anyway unless you annoy them.
They don't like stinging you.
If they sting you, they die.
Yeah.
None of them would have stung me on Saturday because they only get angry and a bit stressed when you go to their hive because they think you're going to steal their honey. But because they didn't have a hive, they're not stressed. There's nothing to worry about. So not bothered. Not bothered at all.
I liked your multicoloured, what do they call them? Honeycomb as well. That was cool.
That's pollen. That's amazing, isn't it?
Brilliant.
Really amazing.
All the different colours.
I've only ever seen it in books. I've never seen it in my hive. But yeah, that is really, really nice. But you just think that's the different amount of flowers that give different colours of pollen out.
Just shows you've got plenty of different varieties of plants around you that they travel to and harvest from.
Yeah, definitely. There is a big chart which tells you which colours are, what plants. But yeah, it's a bit in depth for me to try and study that. Yes, they have got a new hive now. I put them in a new hive this morning. I didn't take any pictures for some stupid reason. I don't know why, but they are now in their own hive. I know,
Jamie,
I know.
Everyone ready for the gardening question this week?
Cut me off, George, why don't you?
Cut it
and Jamie, just to warn you, it's not about bees.
Right. Go on then.
Go on and hit us.
True or false, daisies can be found growing on every continent on Earth except Antarctica.
This is just an easy 50-50, isn't it?
It's going to be a draw, I feel.
I'll get it wrong. Yes, I have 2 hives now, 2 colonies.
Did you find the queen?
I didn't want to mess about and play with them too much. Just say it again for George, so she didn't hear it.
True or false, daisies can be found growing on every continent on Earth except for Antarctica.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Both gone true. Joe's gone true. And the answer is...
True!
Yay! Everybody gets it wrong.
Well, that's null and void then, really, isn't
it? Scores. Now for the scores.
Go on then.
They're classed as asters, aren't they? And asters is a huge family of plants.
Ready? Here come the scores.
Grandma Roz said true as well. Alexandra said false.
My dad with 9 points.
George.
Jamie with 5 points. And me with 4 points.
What about your info, George?
Apparently you got info on you.
Oh yeah, of course I have. I have,
Too excited.
I have got info, yeah. I'm trying to find it again now. Oh, found it again. Daisies will grow on almost any climate, but Antarctica's climate up to minus 80 degrees. It's too cold for them to grow.
Too cold for anything to grow, by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
Apart from an iceberg.
Minus 80. That'd certainly kill your potatoes.
Good God. I'd say it's about 13 degrees out here now, and I'm shivering.
It'd kill everybody. Minus 80.
Oh, yeah.
Apart from penguins.
Apart from a penguin and a polar bear.
You can't survive that.
And an Arctic fox.
I'm cold. I might have to go in the polytunnel.
It's warm in there. You'll be sweating. Evening, Jenny.
Hello, Jenny. See what you're on about. Jenny just messaged me, said I'm going to be late. I said, don't worry. She's only a few minutes.
12 minutes.
You've only missed the question.
So,
You've only missed the question, yeah.
so how did you get the bees in the box? Did you just chop the branch off and put them in, and then they all?
Yeah. So I opened the box and then cut the branch and lowered them down and just put the whole branch in. There was 2, and then I scooped a few up in my hand and put them in, and then shut the door. And then they just, over about a period about an hour and a half, they all went down and followed the queen.
They managed to get the queen, and they once she.
Well, yeah, just presume the queen's in the middle of the big mass, the big bulk of bees.
Yeah.
And they follow them. So when most of them were gone, I gave the tree a bit of a puff of smoke to get rid of the queen's pheromones.
Yeah.
So they didn't think she was up there anymore, and then they would just have a fly about, have a sniff, and think, "Oh, she's down there in that box." So when I put them in, I left them in that. It's called a newt. It's a polystyrene box.
Yeah.
Left them in there for 3 days, and this morning I transferred them to another hive. And I also gave them a frame. You know what the frames are with the comb on.
Yeah.
I gave them a full frame of brood and honey from my hive.
All right, so they've got plenty of food.
So they've got eggs and larvae, which are going to hatch in the next few days. So they'll got something to do, and they'll build up quickly.
Very exciting.
What did Sam just say about that?
Has the old hive got queen cells?
Which old hive? That wasn't my swarm. It was Sam. It was a swarm that had just landed in a village. I don't know where it came from, but it would have. Yeah, that's the only reason they swarm, is because the colony's too big, and the queen decides to go because it's too large. So the bees that are left will make queen cells.
We'll
make a new queen.
There you go.
Jamie, the chaos bed's doing well.
You've got
Tell me. Tell me.
Yeah, germination. Yeah, germination in there.
Don't know what it is, because obviously you just chucked all the seeds in.
But what did you put in there then, George? What seeds did you put in?
Well, I put some carrots in there, I think.
I think to be honest,
Red cabbage.
it looks like it's the carrots which have germinated, which is really annoying, because he literally just threw them in there, didn't cover them or anything, and they've just germinated.
I know.
Or just got carrot sowing magic. And then there's radish coming up.
Yeah, radish somewhere.
You should come and come and sprinkle some in my garden. Well, actually, I've had some carrots germinate this week. I spotted them, to be honest, when I was weeding on Sunday.
Just need to get some new parsnip seeds and sow some more parsnips.
I need some new parsnip seeds. I think I need all new seeds, because I left my whole box in the polytunnel for a day and it got really hot. So I think I've zapped my whole box of seeds. So I think I'm just going to bite the bullet and buy some new seeds.
Yeah, Mum, we did do spring onions in there.
Carrots, cress. Oh, it could be cress actually rather than carrots. Cress looks quite similar to carrots as well. Sunflowers,
cress, radish,
carrots,
sunflowers.
The carrots, cotyledons are almost. They look a bit. They look a bit cosmos-like, don't they?
Yeah, you get like almost a single leaf that's like a thin, and then a multi.
Yeah, and then you see the multi one come out afterwards. So it's not like a normal round cotyledon. It's a long, thin one.
Well, to be honest, if I pulled one of them out, you'd be able to smell, because carrot seedlings smell like carrots, don't they? And a cress seedling would smell like cress. They are proper. That is proper frosted.
They're dahlias. They're dahlias. That's the second time they've been zapped.
Wow. Oh, I thought they were. Is that what you were covering?
No. These are dahlias in the other bed.
Oh, right.
Dad, Mummy said go and show that.
Let me show you them quickly before we get on to something else. But that dahlia was all right. Look, little.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, why is that one not being zapped?
Yeah, that's some spuds.
They'll come back.
They'll come back. Yeah, them dahlias that over there, they got frosted about a week ago. But that one's all right, look. And them little tiny shoots there coming up. But you can see that's been frosted already.
Yeah.
And the new ones are coming through.
Well, it's like what Kim does with all her dahlias. She's constantly taking the new growth off, so they've always got more energy to take some whacking.
Yeah.
I'm going to go show you George's chaos bed.
Wait, me, Dad.
But Joe, them dahlias got frosted about 2 or 3 weeks ago because they're planted. They're in there all the time. I don't pull them out. They come up on their own accord. So they were doing really well, as you can see, and now they've been done again. Yeah, look at that.
I think it is crass.
Yeah, that is crass.
Yeah, carrots are a lot longer and thinner.
Dinner, aren't they?
It's a radish as well.
Potatoes.
Is that
Yeah,
some radish in between?
That's radish. That's radish. Jamie, the thing is with the chaos bed, you just
Didn't plant any potatoes, but you've got potatoes.
Yeah.
you just chuck them all in there, and then you just see what grows.
Yeah.
These are carrots.
There you go.
Oh yeah, they are. They are. Yeah, they are.
Look at this one then. Look at this dahlia.
Oh yeah, there's loads of new growth coming on that.
It's just a mix of everything, isn't there? Bit of manky and a bit of lovely new stuff coming through. But these are all the dahlia tubers I put in there 3 years ago, and they're all fine.
Because they're raised as well, they'll never get too wet, especially not in Norfolk.
No, oh God, no. This field is completely. We can have a whole day of rain. There'll be puddles, and then the next morning it's all gone and dry. So we're really lucky like that. But it just takes a lot of water, if that's anything.
Yeah. I'd take a dry winter.
Yeah. I'd rather give someone water than have too much like you have.
Dad, I really hope that you haven't put the mouth thing on again.
That's just your natural mouth size.
I put my sweet peas in the other day, and they've all gone lovely and white.
Dad,
Are they seedlings?
Yeah, Jenny's ones.
Dad, I'm gonna go back down now.
Okay.
For my bath.
See you next week.
Right,
Thanks
so I'll see you next week.
See you, George. Thanks, mate. Have a good week.
Yeah, and I've also started my SATs at school.
Oh,
Good luck
well
with
done.
those. 2 days in,
We'll
2 more days.
2 more days.
Halfway then.
Yeah.
Come on, George. Bath time.
You've been told.
He has been told. Oh. Not too bad when I keep moving, keep walking.
It's quite shaded, isn't it, your veg garden?
Well, it is now. The sun's,
Hey.
well, not normally, only at this time of night. The sun's now gone behind those trees. But you think, so that's west, where the tree was now going down. So south's over there. So it gets, as soon as it gets round that Copper Beach at about 11 o'clock, that's got it all day.
Yeah.
Until now. So it's not too bad. We get quite a bit of sun, really.
It's shaded now when you want to do through the garden gate.
It's shaded now, yeah. And to be honest, when I first got here, that bit there was sunny, and now it's gone. Within 20 minutes, it's just gone behind the trees. Never mind. What you been doing at work then? Playing with new lawnmowers?
Yeah, trying to figure out how it works, to be honest. Still not quite so sure. I don't know whether it's still learning where stuff is. But obviously it came on the Friday, so I didn't really get much of a chance to figure it out on the Friday. So,
what do you do then with that one? Because obviously your old one had a mast, so this one's all GPS.
yeah, I mean they were both worked via satellite, but for the old one, it needed a mast to connect to those satellites rather than having it built in.
So
So
it didn't do it directly. They obviously went to the mast, and the mast talked to the satellite.
yeah, so if it ever lost contact with that mast, it was knackered. Whereas the new one, it obviously just connects directly to the satellites.
Yeah.
So the technology has moved on that much more in 2 years. So you don't have to have a massive, great mast to do
But
it.
before that, you had to dig a wire around the actual
Exactly.
craft.
It just shows how quickly things move on, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah. So
And
did you, with this one, have to walk it around like a remote control car?
no. So with this one, when the guy came to install it, he literally had like a wheel thing, like what you measure distances with,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
attached his phone to that. And then all he had to do was walk around the perimeter of all the areas, and then walk around any beds that you didn't want it mowing. And then once he'd done all that, he just downloads it onto the machine.
Oh, wow.
So you don't even need to do that because, again, it wasn't that hard to do, but it's a damn sight easier to do it like that than trying to control it like a remote control car.
Yeah. But I suppose, so that's it. You can't change it unless he comes.
Well, I can because I can use the mower, so you can still do it that way.
You can do it that way,
Yeah.
but the first initial one for the main bit.
Yeah, and if I ever wanted to put in like a big new area or anything like that, I could ask him to come and do it.
Oh, right.
Like they've got the machine thing just to come out and do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, any little alterations and stuff like that, I can do little bits. So this one's got a camera at the front as well, whereas the old one didn't have anything other than, so if there was a chair in the middle of the lawn,
yeah,
the old one would drive up to it and hit it, then realise that there was something there, and then go around it.
okay.
Whereas the new one, because it's got 2 front-facing cameras, will drive up to the chair, see the chair, stop, and then go around it. So it never actually does any damage. Because the problem with the old one is that if it was something light, it would end up just hit it,
Push it,
bash it. It wouldn't actually stop. Because we had times when there was like lighter lawn chairs on the lawn, and it had gone through it and tangled underneath it.
Oh, bloody hell.
So I think, that end up doing damage to the machine or the thing it's hitting, whereas the new one just doesn't do it. So it's probably better for the wildlife as well, because I imagine if it came up again, if there was a fox or anything in front of it, it'd stop.
Yeah. And how much was this piece of magic equipment?
Oh, money. I think all in about £6,000.
Wow.
But when you consider how much work it saves,
Yeah.
and the fact that the lawn always looks pristine,
Yeah.
it almost pays for itself. I mean, the only problem with them is that I don't understand what the legacy of them is, because whatever their lifetime span is,
yeah,
what do you do when you need a new one? Because in the olden days, if you wanted to, if you've got a mower and you wanted to get a new mower, you could take your old mower and say, "Can I trade this in and get a newer model?" And they'd probably give you,
50 quid.
50 quid or whatever.
Yeah.
And they'd sell that one on. Whereas with these, they don't seem interested in anything like that. It's like it's obsolete.
That's the whole throwaway thing, isn't it? These days, I don't want to talk like I'm an old fogey, but because I'm not really. But I can remember when we were kids that things used to have a repairman to come and fix everything.
Oh, exactly. And the thing is with any technology, there's always the case that older models of things become obsolete because they stop updating the software.
Yeah.
So what happens, hopefully these mowers will last for a long time, but you can guarantee that they won't, because they'll want to make more money out of people. And it's like a phone, isn't it? Like when you get a new phone, you can trade your old one in, but why aren't they doing that with technology? Because surely they can strip those machines down and get the parts out of it that are probably worth money still.
I suppose the thing is, like phones, you get an iPhone. What they are now, 17. You get, I don't know, 11 or 12 now. They're probably they won't do the updates with them and all that kind of thing now, do they?
Yeah.
So they do become obsolete. And
Yeah.
what's that? That's only probably 4 or 5 years,
Yeah.
probably.
Not very much at all.
No, that's the
So, yeah.
throwaway lifestyle we lead now.
It'd be interesting to get somebody on at some point that's from a company like that to talk about stuff like that, because we should be moving more towards stuff that can be recycled, can be updated.
To be honest, I thought you might have questioned that a bit, Mark, while he was there, or while it was being ordered.
I don't think the guy dropping it off would. I don't think that's a question for him. I think I need to go higher above him, because he's just he just works for a supplier. He's not.
Yeah.
It needs to be somebody high up in Husqvarna or Cress or Stigger, Mountfield, all of these companies that are now banging them out like they are just the thing, aren't they? I mean, everybody you can get them on small lawns now.
Oh yeah,
And the batteries. You're right there, Joe. The batteries as well.
Batteries are a big thing. The lithium mining is major thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy thing. I can have one to do my plot, couldn't I?
Yeah. Well, speaking about the batteries, the old lawnmower, the battery was faulty. We had to have that replaced after a year. It was under warranty, but it just went completely dead. Refused to be charged anymore, and that was after less than a year.
That's crazy, because I've mentioned before, and you know Nathan, who lives in Lincoln. He's had a robot lawnmower now for, I would say, it must be 2015, 15 or 16. So I would say 10 years, and it was a Bosch one.
Yeah.
And they had to have the wire dug in all the way around. But he's just got a big, really big, square rectangle garden. There's no beds and all that, so that's all right.
Yeah.
But that really hasn't. All he had a motor on it and blades.
Yeah.
And maybe the older ones, I don't know. But that still goes and parks itself and charges itself and goes back out again.
Yeah.
And that's more of a domestic type one. I think that was about $3,000 back then. No, $4,000.
Probably the older models last longer. You know what technology like, the newer stuff is, the worse it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'd be interesting to ask the question, because I mean, Jim, my boss, has had that conversation with the dealer that's local to us for the Husqvarnas, because it's in for repair at the moment, and he did have that conversation to say, what would be the situation if we wanted to upgrade? Would there be a trade-in value with it? And they weren't interested. They were just like, no, they're worthless. It's like, what? So 2 years ago it was worth $4,500, and now it's worth nothing.
What warranty is on it?
I think they've got 2-year warranty.
That amount of money.
Yeah. Which, when you think about it, 10 years ago, my Panda was $6,000 when I bought it brand new.
Bloody hell.
And now that lawnmower we've just bought is that much.
Same as the car.
Which is craziness, isn't it? And I mean, the prices of them have come down, because if we'd have bought an equivalent version of that we've just bought, when we bought the other one, it would have been probably nearly $10,000.
Oh yeah, because it's getting a bit more mainstream, all that technology.
And Husqvarna were the only ones that were doing that EPOS system 2 years ago, whereas now everyone's doing it.
Yeah. Mental, isn't it?
It's crazy.
But yeah, that's the way I have a look at getting somebody on from one of these companies. I'll have to have a talk to Stiga. Yeah,
I mean, we've had little bits of relationship with Stiga and Mountfield, so maybe.
Yeah. Now look, different product, but the Toyota car's warranty hybrid 10 years.
10 years. And
they claim they've never replaced one.
Well, that's a Toyota for you, isn't it? Because that's the one it was a Mitsubishi that Top Gear had that they tried to destroy.
Yeah. But the Toyotas were the first to do the electric cars of the Toyota Prius.
Yeah, that's right. Hybrid cars.
Yeah, they were the original ones. The 4 Teslas and all that.
Yeah. Yeah, they weren't solely battery though, were they? They were a mixture of the two. And then
Yeah,
Tesla came out with fully electric ones.
yeah. Wow. Yeah. Enough about us. Get our guest in.
Oh, you need to get the guest in.
I haven't prepared anything.
I have to do my own intro.
Have you got one written? Tonight's guest is somebody we all know really well.
Pick myself out.
We see him every week on this blooming phone screen, making pallet things, doing gardening, and he's gone already. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I give you Marc. Ta-da! Oh, he's had a costume change. Oh, oh dear. Hello, Marc.
Good evening. How are you?
How are you? Yeah, I'm all right. What about you?
Good, bad, thank you.
Yeah, so tonight we didn't have a guest, and so I dropped it on you. Was it yesterday or the day before?
Yesterday.
And said, he said, "We ain't got a guest. What can we do?" I said, "I know. I've been waiting for this for ages." And I said, "I've got a guest. There he is, sitting in front of me."
Drop me in it.
Dropped you in it. Yeah, I thought, yeah, why not? Why can't we have a chat about your, life? Let's say life, shall we?
Well, I'm a
Full
life.
Well, let's have a bit of your normal life first, maybe.
Yeah.
Where it all started, where it all came from. Now, you did very kindly send me some notes, and I want to read this first line you sent me because, and I think your mum's in here.
I think they're both.
So, right. Marc was born in Lincoln, as we all know, to an engineer, which I believe is your dad.
Yeah.
And a former dancer, circus performer, and a shop worker. I hope they're not 3 different people.
No.
Your mum was a circus performer and a dancer.
Yep.
Come on, fill us in with that. I can't wait till I see her again.
Not just any circus performer. My mum rode elephants in the circus.
Did she really? Come on, this is going to be the best episode so far, I think.
How incredible is that? Oh shit! She's one of the people that actually ran away to the circus.
Did she really? Maybe we got to get her in for a couple of minutes so she can tell us.
She didn't quite run away, but yeah, she went and joined the circus. Billy Smart's circus.
Billy Smart, that's one of the big ones.
Yeah, so it's one of the big ones. Riding elephants, dancing on top of elephants with feathers and all the rest of it.
That's absolutely amazing. When that came through, I went, "What?" That is brilliant. So when was this? You obviously weren't born.
Yeah, a long time before I was born. So I think that was pre my mum and dad as well. And also another thing on my mum's varied list of things, she was also a redcoat at Butlins.
Oh, brilliant! Which one? Skegness. Got to be Skegness.
No, I don't think it was Skegness. Because I think it might have been one down south because it's where she met my dad. Come on, Mum. Come in.
Come on, yeah. Get her in. Tell us about the elephants. Get her in for 5 minutes.
1968. There you go. So she'd have been 17 when she was in the circus.
Brilliant. Unbelievable. I've never known somebody to work in a circus.
There you go. Fwelly. Is that Welsh?
That sounds like Welsh to me. Welly. God. Brilliant. And how did she meet your dad then? Not while she was riding an elephant, I guess.
No, I think it was at Butlins, and my dad was on holiday, and my mum was working there.
Oh, yeah. What's going on? He pulled a red coat, did he?
Mum, are you going to come in? Come and have a chat with us.
Come and have a chat about these elephants.
Warners.
Pithelli. Is she coming in? Have you sent her a request?
I'm waiting for a yes. She's probably hiding.
She's got her jammers on, hasn't she?
Probably slapping on some makeup or something. Go on then.
Go on then.
See if I can get her in.
We've got 2 Ridpaths on the screen. Oh, we had two a minute ago as well.
Different generation.
There she is.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, we had two minutes ago as well. Different generation. You need to stop Dad's, otherwise it's echoey.
We can hear. Can hear.
It turned
Both
it down.
of them.
Yeah. So yes, 1968. I went to work for Billy Smart's circus, riding elephants, doing trapeze.
Wow.
Cleaning under the seats when we moved from one place to another. And then after that, went to Butlins in Pwllheli and was a red coat and dancing there.
You could obviously do all this stuff before you went to the circus, or did they train you up?
No, they trained us. I mean, at 17, I had no fear. So
no, I bet.
On top of an elephant, up a ladder, doing trapeze and, whatever they wanted me to do, I would do it.
What an amazing story.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it was my claim to fame, isn't it, Mark?
It is.
How long did you work at the circus?
We just did a tour of the UK. It was about 9 months.
Yeah.
Started in Leeds, I think it was. Finished off on Blackheath Common in London.
Wow.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I've only got a few photos because there wasn't sort of there was cameras then, but certainly didn't take many photos. But I've got a few, haven't I, Mark?
You've got some impressive ones of you riding elephants down like main roads and stuff with the whole circus behind you.
Yeah, we used to pick the elephants up from the train station and ride them through town to where the circus was placed in that town.
Oh my goodness.
To the circus so everyone saw you.
That's it. But I met Dad at Warner's in Isle of Wight.
Oh, there you go.
I was a green coat then, dancing. So a bit of red coat and a green coat.
Brilliant.
and went to Italy in between.
Dad's found the photo to put on.
Oh, let's have a look. Up a bit, left a bit, up a bit.
Back a bit. Back. There you go.
Oh, look at that.
Mum, send it to me and I'll post it on the story later.
Yeah, definitely. That's brilliant. And collecting the elephants, you see it on the films, the elephants in the train carriages, don't you? But you actually did it. I suppose because they were too heavy to go on lorries and things on the road.
Yeah, that's it, John. I'm only remembered that recently, going on this great train journey. I thought, crikey, we used to pick the elephants up from the train station.
Wow.
So
did you travel on the train with the elephants, or did you on the carts with all the rest of them?
We used to travel in the caravans. Well, I think I used to travel on the one of the big caravans that had all the costumes in the back. So, yeah.
And was that pulled by horses, or was it carts?
No, it was.
Well, that long ago. It might have been.
It was a proper.
Bloody hell, Mark.
It was a lorry. Horses.
Jesus. Oh God.
But didn't you appear on a show with Frank Carson as well?
I worked with Frank Carson. That was at Butlins.
Okay.
And Ken Goodwin as well, if you remember him.
Brilliant. Yeah, I think I can remember
Comedians.
Frank Carson, but I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, not so much
It's
Ken.
the way I tell them.
Yeah. Oh, what an amazing story.
Yeah.
God. I bet you got some. You can tell George. Sit down and tell George some
I don't know
tales.
if we've ever talked to George about it. Don't think I have.
It's probably not come up, has it?
No.
Because I suppose now that's it. Elephants and animals are not really in circus anymore, are they? Not.
No, they're not allowed. No.
It's clowns now.
And they weren't very nice to him, I must admit.
I was just about to say, were they not trapped very well?
Saw some horrible things that they were when they were training them and things. So yeah, wasn't nice really.
No, I bet. Yeah. So good thing really, but what an amazing story.
I'm glad to have done it. That's for sure.
Yeah, cool, definitely.
Yeah.
Wow. And then you met his dad.
Yeah, the Isle of Wight. He came on holiday with his mum and dad, and got to know him then. Saw him. I actually did pantomime that year as well, and met somebody that actually knew her boyfriend knew Brian, and we actually met up later on that year.
Oh wow.
So, yeah.
So you remembered him?
Yes, he remembered me. He came in and said, "It's Auntie Roz," because I was kids' aunties as well when you do.
Oh yeah.
So he remembered me, and I thought, oh yeah.
Brilliant. Fantastic.
Anyway, the show's about you, Mark, not me.
Yeah.
Well,
what perfect.
Back to me then.
Yeah.
Hey?
What's your first memory of me gardening?
Yes, let's have that one.
Well, at the side of the Wendy house, you dug a little bit at the side of the Wendy house, put some seeds in there, and you did a little
runner beans.
Hey?
I remember growing runner beans at the back.
Yeah, runner beans.
Probably my first vegetables growing.
Yeah, and you made fires at the back as well by the Wendy house. So yeah.
Cut bits of the conifer off and stuck them in the ground as hedges.
Yeah, pretty. That's right.
Brilliant.
That was early trying to do hardwood cuttings up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're probably still there now, Mark, and about 40 foot high.
No, they're not.
Gone.
Definitely gone. And the Wendy house is gone.
Still live in the same house that you grew up in?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Only just nearly moved.
Yeah, we nearly did, but we decided to stay. Because Mark designed the garden, so it was hard to leave that behind anyway. So that was his first project. He
project.
Landscaped it, and it's still beautiful.
I think you've had a lot of influence on it as well now.
Can I show you that?
Yeah, go on, let's have a quick look at that.
Turn the camera around one minute, it'll go the other way.
Press the two little twizzly arrows.
Oh,
you got it.
That? Oh, so if I do that.
Turn it back now. That's it.
But I'm
turn it round.
Myself.
The two arrows.
At the bottom of the foot, or just turn it round.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, look at that. See.
So the only thing that I remember being in the garden when I was a kid was that rhododendron there.
Yeah.
And then there's a massive cherry tree at the bottom of the garden.
Yeah.
Which is there.
Just at the back.
Just behind that yellow tree. And then there was a plum tree to the left-hand side of the garden.
Yeah, but you cut that down in the hottest day of the year.
Can't
really see it that well.
It's very colourful. Just your bog standard small garden, really, isn't it? It's not, well, probably big on today's standards, but
yeah.
There's a football pitch, and then it was a garden.
That was your football pitch, yeah.
So one day George's football pitch will hopefully be back to being a garden.
Yeah.
I'll fill that full of fun.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you very much.
That's all right.
Give us
Nice
a
to
good
see
start. Thank you. Yeah,
Can
and
you
you.
throw me out now, Mark?
I can kick
Bye, everybody.
Thanks.
for coming on. Bye.
Amazing. God, what an absolute amazing story to be able to tell people about going in a circus.
Yeah, there's not many people that get to run away with a circus and ride.
No, definitely not.
Well, nobody these days, but definitely live their life, that's for sure.
Wow. So your first memory was that inside the Wendy house?
Yeah, I can't really. I can remember doing bits and pieces, and then at some point we got rid of the Wendy house, so there was a big plot of land gone. So I think I planted all that up as well.
Yeah.
I can't remember how old that would have been. It must have been primary school age.
So there was definitely a seed had been sown though. Can you remember why? Was it your mum and dad loved gardening? Is that why? Was you outside with them all the time?
I do remember spending a lot of time outside in the garden when we were kids. But I mean, where we lived was a fairly built-up area. I wouldn't say it was the countryside. We were in a fairly suburban sort of area. You know, there's shops around, loads of houses. There was no countryside within walking distance or anything like that. It's probably more my mum who she sort of lived not too far away from where I live now, in a place called North Leverton, and it was a village. So from her house you could walk out and there was a windmill and there was a field with a horse in and stuff like that, and she was the one that had the veg garden and the greenhouse and the massive rhubarb plant, blackberries and raspberries and all that stuff. So I can remember picking rhubarb, and she had me a cup full of sugar, so I'd sit there with a rhubarb.
God,
rhubarb in.
Ridiculous. We all did that. That's what it was, wasn't it? Rhubarb was just crumbles or munching our stick dipped in sugar.
Straight off out of the ground.
Yeah.
Dip it in the sugar. That was like sweets back in the day, wasn't
it? Perfect for your teeth.
Yeah. And that's why I've got no teeth left.
Oh, brilliant. So, but you said on here your first memory was growing love and a mist at primary school.
Yeah, so the first thing I can properly remember growing was when we were at primary school. We sowed a load of Nigella seedlings, and I remember that very vividly as being the first plant that I grew. And
the actual process, you can remember being at home and the actual plants in the garden, but the process of actually sowing the seeds.
Yeah, and learning that, you put that little thing in some soil, and then, the next thing, you've got a plant with a flower on it.
Yeah. And I think that's what a lot of kids, if they knew that and did that, that would change their lives.
Yeah. It's amazing that isn't just part of the curriculum, because how many things can you teach, with that simple thing?
Yeah.
Just putting a seed in, waiting a few weeks or a few days, depending on what seed it is.
Yeah.
And you either have a plant or the start of vegetables.
It really is. Because even like I just showed you them carrot seedlings, I didn't think they were going to germinate. I thought, that's it, they're not coming up. And then the other day I went down there and done some weeding, and I went, and I was excited from a few carrot seedlings. It's strange, isn't it? But how many times have we done it over our lives? Imagine what it's like for little kids. Amazing.
Well, it's that first time you realise it. Like, there's got to be a reason that I still remember that, like 35 years on, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
That's stuck in there. I might not have become a gardener. I wonder if I hadn't become a gardener, that I'd still remember that. I don't know, but it definitely stuck.
Well, quite possibly. You never know. If that, like they say, that was the seedling that started it all. But then next was, I think it was the inspiration for what's all over your face.
The beard.
The person you met.
So I think it must have been. I think it was probably year 4 or 5 at primary school. They started up like a nature club or a gardening club type thing, and we used to go around weeding probably.
Yeah.
But at some point, I don't know how it came about, but we ended up meeting David Bellamy, who you've got to be a certain age to know who David Bellamy.
You really have, yeah.
But he was an absolute giant of a man. I don't know whether he actually was a big man or I was just quite small.
You were quite small, and he's probably just normal size, but yeah, because you were tiny, and he was a big, larger than life person, wasn't he?
Yeah, oh yeah, totally. And we were the article will be around somewhere. But yeah, we featured in the local paper with a picture next to David Bellamy at I think it was called the Tower Hotel in Lincoln.
What Joe just said, his voice was amazing.
He was.
He's really got into it, didn't he? Massively got into everything. It was brilliant.
Probably quite the younger generation can probably remember him from the Domestos adverts.
I don't think I can remember that.
I'm sure it was Domestos.
I can't remember that.
But yeah, he was lovely.
Yeah, he was a brilliant man.
He was probably doing something in Lincoln at the time, I guess, promoting something or other, and we got the opportunity to go and meet him. And that's another little thing that's stuck in there. He's
got to have because he was such a big garden influencer. He was an influencer back there, was he?
Yeah,
he was influencing people. Of course it was.
Yeah,
not how we know now, but he would have been.
Yeah, very similar to somebody whose 100th birthday has been last week.
Exactly. Oh yeah, massively. Yeah,
thing, isn't it?
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. So that was a gardening club at school, and that was how long ago? 35 years ago. And you would think by now they would be more run of the mill. I know there are a few, but they are selected few.
I think the good thing that's coming about in schools is there's a lot of schools that are, again, it's relying on outside people or members of staff that are interested. But George goes either once or twice a week. A forest school come in, and he does that during his sort of school day, and he loves that. Like that's probably his favourite part of the week. And they're not necessarily doing gardening; it's just being outside and learning about nature and stuff like that. And I think there's a lot of schools that are doing that now.
Yeah, they need to do more and more. Yeah.
But George's best friend at school, he loves his gardening, and I think that he's got additional needs like George, and they have to tailor all of his learning around gardening, otherwise he just does not engage.
Really?
That's how much he's into gardening.
Wow. Look at that.
You need me to join in?
Yeah.
I can talk too.
So after going to the gardening club at school, which would have been brilliant, we didn't have that at my school. Never even thought about it. You were saying both of your grandparents inspired you. One was flower side and one was the veg side.
Yeah, so my mum's side, Dad said about with the greenhouse and the veg garden and stuff that lived fairly local to here. And then my dad's side of the family, who are from London. So although they lived in Dagenham, no, not Dagenham. Where did they live? I can't even remember now. Somewhere around Essex. So very small garden, probably, twice the size of this caravan. A very small little triangle of a garden. But he had a greenhouse, and outside the greenhouse he had a bed, which in the summer he just filled with dahlias.
Yeah. Wow. Barking.
Dahlias.
Barking. Yeah. So you can remember dahlias back then?
Yeah. I remember him doing the dahlias, and I think he also had marigolds as well. I remember the orange, all very bright in your face colours.
That's the way to get kids attracted, isn't it?
Yeah. But he must have loved doing it. I also remember in their porch at the front of the house, they had a little square porch that had glass on all sides and a little shelf on one side of the porch, and they'd always have houseplants and stuff in there. And probably the sunniest room in the whole house because the rest of the house was dark and dingy.
Brilliant. And you went to Kew lots as well.
Yeah, so with them living so far away from us, it was like a 2.5-hour journey to go down there. And most summers when I was at primary school, I'd go down there and spend a week with them. And my granddad, I think, was still working then, but my nanny wasn't. And we'd go and get the train into London and spend a day in London doing various different things. And yeah, a couple of times we went to Kew Gardens.
Amazing. I love Kew Gardens.
Remember going up to the big greenhouses with my granddad and his glasses all steaming up.
Yeah. I thought when we went last year, you knew your way around a bit well.
Yeah, I think I've probably been 5 or 6 times now.
Yeah.
And that was your first time.
Was my first time, yeah. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Crazy. Right. But then I haven't been into gardening quite as much as obviously as you have. And I didn't have the influence of grandparents who lived that way.
Yeah. It definitely helped.
So this has all been quite pre-secondary school, really, so far. Yeah. And there's quite a lot gardening wise. You start to get a picture why that you've become a gardener.
Yeah.
Because it's you're adding it all up now, you can see why it's happening. But then when you was in secondary school, was there much can you remember about gardening then?
Not really. I think secondary school you sort of are more interested in other things.
Football and girls.
Football and girls and hanging out with your mates. All of that sort of stuff, playing football at the park and all these things. I think it was still there in the background because, like I said, I remember when it came to when you get your careers advice, which must have been year 11 maybe, year 10.
Yeah.
And being told, oh, if you want to be a gardener, you need to do business studies. I don't think you quite get what I mean.
No.
I'm guessing he thought, well, if you're going to be a gardener, you need to know how to run your own business. But again, that wasn't what I really wanted to do. I didn't want to be a jobbing gardener and landscaping gardener. I wanted to be a gardener.
So had you thought about that at that point then? That what you wanted to actually do?
I think so. I think I must have not had any other idea of what I wanted to do other than that. I remember being interested in computers. Yeah. Computers were just starting to become a major thing when I was at school. But other than that, I think it was always gardening. That was where I was heading. If I could figure out how to get there. But you just, when you're speaking to a careers advisor and they don't give you any tangible advice of how to get there, it is a bit like, well, how do I get there?
But for you to come to that conclusion that you wanted to, there must have still been interest all the way through secondary school then.
Yeah, there must have been. And I remember, I can't remember how old I would have been, but it was either a birthday or a Christmas, getting a propagator with a lid, and seeds and all sorts of stuff. And that must have been secondary school then.
Yeah.
So I must have still been growing bits and pieces even through secondary school, even if it wasn't my sort of sole focus.
Yeah. Brilliant. Lovely. So after you went against the careers advisor, what did you actually do when you left school?
Well, to be fair, I did study business studies at sixth form. And I'm trying to think. I don't know. I don't think it ever would have helped because cacti as well in my bedroom at home, in little pots.
Oh, lovely.
But yeah, I don't. There was never any other career in mind ever.
Weird, isn't it? That it's there. It must have sprouted from your early years, but then in year 11 you went and started to work at a garden centre. So yeah, it's really focused in on you.
Yeah, well, that was so. When you did what was it called? Job.
Oh, work experience.
Work experience. Yeah, when I did work experience, I went to Pennell's Garden.
Oh yeah. Remember work experience? Brilliant.
Yeah, so you did like a week. and basically made tea for everyone for a week.
Yes.
But yeah, it was at Pennell's, and I think it was a friend of my mum and dad's that was friends with the manager of Pennell's, and said, "If you want to go and work there, I'll get him to let you come on work experience." So I went and did a week's work experience.
But was it really just making tea? You must have done some.
No, I was probably watering and putting
Yeah.
plants out and helping out, put stock out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, then from then onwards, it was weekends, 1 day a week, and then slowly up to 2 days at the weekend. And then, yeah, after sixth form, I then went to. Actually, when I was at sixth form, I remember. I can't remember whether it was after I'd finished sixth form, and I'd said to my mum, like, how am I ever going to be a gardener? Like, how is what I've done now going to get me to being a gardener? Because I didn't want to start my own business at like 16, 17, because nobody would take me seriously anyway.
No.
And I just didn't know how I was going to get there. So at some point, I think we looked in the phone book for gardeners, and I got a phone number for somebody that was local and rang him up and said, "I want to be a gardener. How do I become a gardener?"
Yeah.
So he said, "Come round and have a cup of tea, and we'll have a talk." So I remember my mum dropping me off round at his house and having a talk with him, and it was him that said, "You need to go and study horticulture."
Ah.
And that's what I did. But like how it took me of my own initiative. You know, why did the school not know that there was somewhere that you could go and study horticulture in Lincoln?
That's the thing. You'd think if a student's got an idea what they want to do and they're really interested and up for it, they would try and funnel them into it, not try and drag them away from it.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, so that from that point on, I went and studied horticulture, and then the rest is history, really. Because after that, I worked at Pennell's for probably another few months full time after I'd finished my qualification, and then I was looking for gardening jobs, and there just wasn't anything at the time. Couldn't find anything that really tickled my fancy other than going to work at another garden centre. There's Wisby Garden Centre that's local as well that came up. So yeah, I could have gone and worked there, but I just thought, well, I'm already at a garden centre. If I want to work at a garden centre, I'll stay here. And
yeah. What's the point of moving?
And to be honest, after I'd probably been there probably 5 years, and I didn't really enjoy. Although I enjoyed it, it definitely wasn't what I wanted to do. It wasn't gardening, and I remember like the best times working there was when they said go and weed the beds and stuff around the garden centre and pick some plants that you can go and plant in there once you've weeded it and all that.
Exactly.
Sort of
That's gardening, isn't it?
That's
gardening. Yeah.
So that was where it was like where I need to be eventually, and it's just how to get there. And then the job at Green Thumb came up, and I thought, well, it's not what I really want to be doing, but it's something different, and maybe it'll give me some different experiences, and sort of gets me, you know, because the way it worked is that you work.
So what was Green Thumb?
So Green Thumb was a lawn treatment company. So you went and treated lawns with fertiliser and weed killer, which I don't advocate anymore. But yeah, you'd go around multiple lawns in a day doing weed killer for fertiliser, and then you'd also do scarification in the winter and in the winter, and a few extra bits and pieces here and there. You did leather jacket treatments for fungicide treatments as well.
Yeah.
But it was a good job because you were sort of your own boss. You'd get your worksheet at the beginning of the day and you'd sort yourself out. And you know, once you'd done, you were done. You could organise your day.
But you're also now an expert in lawn care.
Again, yeah, and to be honest, working there, it really gave you an appreciation of the weeds, because obviously you had to identify what weeds are in the lawn and whether or not you could kill them with the weed killer. Back then, there was quite a few that you couldn't kill with the weed killer, which annoyed quite a few people.
Because they had to pay to have them pulled up.
Well, I mean, a lot of them you just couldn't get rid of. You know, and you tell people, well, no, you can't get rid of it, and they were like, why? I want to get rid of it. There's a few that you just, you know, you could. Well, to be fair, you could get rid of them, but you wouldn't have a lawn left because you'd kill the grass as well.
Yeah.
But because it was a selective herbicide, it was only certain weeds that it would really sort of nail. But again, you know, it wasn't truly what I wanted to do. It paid the bills for 3 or 4 years, and then I saw this job advert for a gardener at a garden, and I applied for it, and I heard nothing for probably 3-4 months. Heard absolutely nothing, so it completely gone off the radar. Hadn't even given it a second thought, and then one day I get a phone call from this random bloke who's like, you applied for a job as a gardener. I'm like, oh yeah, I did. That was ages ago. And he was like, I'm really sorry I haven't got back to you. I've been really busy with work, but it'd be great if I could get you on site and have a chat. And I went up there, had a chat, and then said, because when I went up there, it was still in the planting phase of that garden.
Okay.
And, they had a few weeks booked further in front, and they said, do you want to come and do a day's work to have a bit of a trial, see if you like it, see if you can get on with the other gardener, because there was a head gardener. And actually, when I went on my trial day, the designer was there as well, so I was working under the designer, who was a Chelsea gold-winning designer. So quite a daunting prospect. Although I'd been in horticulture since I was 15, I was headed into something that I'd only ever done as a hobby, really, and having to try and impress somebody that was a Chelsea gold winner. So it was quite a nerve-wracking experience.
I bet.
I obviously did well because I got offered the job. And
here
we are 14 years later, still at the same place.
So that was where you are now, but you was just as an assistant gardener.
Yeah.
So how has that evolved from there then?
So I was the assistant gardener for probably 9 of those years, and then the head gardener sort of wanted to take a step back, work less hours. So at that point, he said, do you want to be the head gardener? You've kind of been the head gardener for the last few years because the other head gardener hadn't been pulling their weight. So I was sort of manoeuvring my way into there anyway. So
doing it unknowingly, really.
Yeah, doing it for not the pay of the head gardener.
Oh, brilliant! And then so that's where you still are.
That's where I still am. It was just the dream job. You know, there's so few gardens, as it showed, for not finding any jobs like that for so long.
Yeah.
And then to find that job, and I remember driving up there and just thinking, "Oh my God, like this is heaven. I've got to get this job. Like this is literally everything you could possibly dream of in a garden." And you know, it was just such. I mean, you've been there, driving down the country lanes and then pulling up to this gate that opens in front of you, and then you drive through the drive, and it's just like, you never expect what you find behind those gates.
No. And so I came, bloody hell, 18 months ago? No, more than that. before my operation, so way before my operation, getting on for 2 years, I'd imagine. Chris was still there.
Yeah,
Wasn't it Chris's last few days or something?
Yeah, it was probably towards the end of Chris's spell there, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and yeah, you're right. What an amazing garden it is. And you're lucky to work there. I don't think anybody would love to work there, let alone be the head gardener. I'm just going to sit in my van and plug my phone because it's
You
going
can
to go
back
flat.
grab a coat. I need a heater in here. Yeah, obviously, since I've been there, we've gone from sort of finishing off the planting of the design, to sort of 10 years down the line where you realise actually this design was very, very ambitious for the amount of people you want to employ to keep it looking nice. So my sort of remit has been simplifying that design and hopefully getting to a point where you can have less people working on it, spend less money, be more self-sufficient in the garden.
But that's the thing. So since you were head gardener, did you have, up until this last couple of 3 years, did you have anybody helping you?
So the old head gardener, when she stepped back, she went to work in seasonally. So she'd do sort of March to October or November. So she did sort of 7 months. And then I think there was 1 year where I didn't have anyone. So I was completely on my own. No robo mowers, just me trying to keep it all together, slowly pulling my hair out, thinking I can't do this.
But was there high expectations? Did he ever say to you, I don't think you're doing enough? Or did you ever
to
get
be honest, it was already towards the end of the other head gardener. It was sort of things were getting away from us. We weren't keeping on top of things.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I think my boss had sort of lost a bit of interest with it all. So he wasn't as up for spending as much money on anything really. So it was more trying to run it on a shoestring. And I think it just got to a point where I sort of said, we need to do something. We can't. You surely don't want to throw away all of this effort, all of this money that you've put into it.
Right.
We need to do things differently. It'd be criminal to not sort it out. And the way of maintaining some sort of garden going forward, because surely, you've spent all this money. You've built this house, which is like your sort of forever home. You can't just let your garden go to rack and ruin if you don't want to spend the money on it. We've got to find somewhere in the middle where we can deliver a stunning garden, but it's half the maintenance from what you ever thought it would be.
Yeah.
And obviously, to do that, you've got to have less sort of ornamental gardens. Because originally it was beds, perennials, trees, plants, and obviously from when I started, it was very young plants. So everything, if you've got smaller trees, they don't have the impact. Whereas 10, 12 years down the line, it's an impressive tree now. You don't necessarily need the underplanting that you used to have. So I think that's helped to a degree. But because I've not really spoke with, there was a bit of a fallout between Jim and the garden designer over the years, and so there's not really that connection there to have the conversation. But it would be interesting to have that conversation with the designer and say, what did you have in mind? Like, was it ever, how many gardeners did you envisage? Because I imagine in the early days, it was like the money was flowing, spend what you like, no expense spared sort of thing. So she'd have been like, yay, let's do this, let's do that. everybody was excited. But then, I think a lot. If you're not a gardener, stop, Dash. If you're not a gardener, you don't know what maintenance it takes to look after something.
No, definitely not. No.
So, he probably thought, I'll get all this garden done, and then I'll get to a place where I've got one gardener. But if nobody ever had that conversation to say, is one gardener enough?
No.
But
so now he's obviously realised, and he's putting some more finances into it for machinery, because you've had tractors, you've now got lawnmowers, and you've got people working with you. So he obviously, the chat must have been there at some point with him.
Yeah. Well, I think it was probably breaking point of me going, I don't think I can do this.
Yeah.
As much as I didn't want to leave or anything like that, it sort of did get to the point where I wasn't enjoying going to work, because I was seeing, I'd started there towards the end of the planting, so it was like this amazing garden that had no expense spared.
Yeah.
It was to the point where it had gone completely backwards, and I'd almost watched that in front of my eyes, and I'm there going, this is horrible. It's soul destroying. I'm going in every day trying to weed everything, trying to keep on top of everything, and I can't do it.
No.
So something had to change.
And thankfully, he took that on board and has started to sort it out.
And to be honest, we did try other things, because we got another designer involved with the remit of saying, give us a design which makes this garden simpler, and we'll bring in some workforce. So it was going to just be me on my own, and the idea was that the garden designer would bring in his team of people that he'd worked with for 30 years, because again, he was a accomplished gardener and won all sorts of awards, and we hoped that he'd have a book full of contacts that he could just ring up and say, oh, here you go, come and do this, come and do that.
Yeah.
And at the end of it was over a winter period, and at the end of the winter we'd spent all this money and not really got anywhere with it. So it was another person that sort of took advantage of the situation, which is such a shame. And I think that is the story of Jim's garden, to be honest. He's had a lot of people take him for a ride because they've seen he's got a bit of money and gone, I'm going to take advantage of it.
I think that happens in every trade business that goes, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
So,
a shame.
and good people are few and far between.
Yeah.
And when you find those passionate people that are engaged in it all,
yeah.
And I've had 3 of those engaged. One cleared off to Guernsey.
You did.
And now I've got the other 2 that are very good and very engaged in the project.
Yeah.
But it is hard, because these people are working on a self-employed basis, so and again working seasonally, so you're at risk of losing people.
And you could see how you could lose them, because if they've got to, haven't they?
Yeah,
that's the thing. But in amongst all this, since you left the grass people and got your job there, you got married to your lovely wife Steph.
That was the same year that I started at Brickyard. We got married that year, so me and Steph were together whilst we were at Green Thumb. She often says her earliest memories of me is the smell of weed killer. So whenever she smells weed killer, it's like, Mark.
Brilliant. Then you had your amazing son, George.
Yeah, that was 3 years down the line after starting at Brickyard.
But also doing Brickyard gardening, you bought your cottage and took on that massive garden you've got now.
See, that was me again. I'm working at a garden that's 7 acres. I can manage that nice long garden as well. Be all right. crazy.
But you have, and your garden at home is brilliant. I love your garden at home. Seeing all your stories and things, it's really good. You've had some ups and downs, like most of us, but you've had lots of wet downs.
Wet downs, yeah. Yeah, when I think how far we've come with the garden, because literally when we moved in, it was a blank canvas. There was a patio and a deck in near the house, but there was. I don't think there was a single plant in that garden.
Did you see all the way down?
Yeah. Oh yeah, past the decking. So the decking sort of cuts the garden off, and then behind the decking there's a silver birch. When we moved in, there was a massive conifer that was the same size as the silver birch, and then after that, there was nothing until right down at the end of the garden, there was a young Scots pine.
Wow.
Which I dug out because I was like, I know how big that's going to get and I don't want that there. So I cut that down pretty quickly because it was already 12, 15 foot.
Bloody hell. And look what you've done to it now. I love, like I just said, I love seeing all your stories. I love your secret garden. I think last year when you put some lovely stories out, that shocked me because I've never seen it that, in that much detail. That's really, really nice.
That's like probably the only part of my garden that I actually planned and knew like what I wanted. Whereas a lot of the garden here was, there's some plants available from work because we've divided stuff. I'll shove it in at home.
Stick it in, yeah, but why not? Everybody should have some perks and jobs.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course you do, definitely.
If Jim ever comes round, he'll notice quite a few of the plants.
I'm sure he don't know one plant from the other, does he?
He knows a fair few, but he probably wouldn't recognise them as his plants. To be
no, brilliant. I'm sure he'll be fine anyway. It's not like you nick him, is it? Brilliant. Wow, it's come to that time of the day, Mark.
And we haven't even gone through the questions because you asked me to put a story out for questions, and I think there's a load of questions as well.
Is there? Nobody give me any questions.
Well,
go on then.
If you click on the question mark,
I can see him. I can see him. Yeah, I can see him. Question from stories. Oh, what plant is growing in between the slabs in the secret garden? Asked by Laura.
So I think there's probably 3 different plants that I've got in there. So the biggest plant that's in there will be lemon balm, which is amazing because whenever you wander through there, you automatically kick it by accident as you're stepping over it.
It smells amazing.
Wafts up that lovely lemon smell, which is why I planted it there. It's a bit thuggish, so you have to keep on top of it, and I tend to cut it completely down mid-season, otherwise it does get to sort of that height and you're near enough jumping over it. The other thing that's in there, I've also got a juga, which is a lovely little creepy ground cover plant with a beautiful bluey purple spike of flowers around this time of year. And then the other thing in there is a tiny little euphorbia, which is about that big. With really, really fine little needle-like leaves.
And it's supposed to be that big. Does it stay small?
Yeah, it's a ground cover.
Lovely.
So you can just put it in, it'll just creep in amongst everything else. So just fills in gaps. That
euphorbia I put in a couple of years ago, that's absolutely massive now. Is it rainbow something?
Possibly. No, I mean the proper big ones, they just fill out. Massive.
Yeah.
Such varied species of plants.
There's so many, aren't there?
Yeah. Really valuable at this time of year. I remember when we went to East Rushden, that gravel garden was made by the orbias dotted around the place.
Yeah, it was. Where do you get all the willow from to build your structures?
Again, from work. So my dome and tunnel here was all from cutting down the willows at work, bringing them home and sticking them in. And then now, any willow that I use for building the stuff that I've done at the forest school this year was cut off of my dome.
Wow.
It's a plant that keeps giving.
It does, doesn't it? It's amazing stuff. What's your favourite plant or shrub, flower, tree or edible, and why? None of these have got who it is, Mark, so I don't really know.
Isn't that on there?
No.
tell you, does it? Favourite plant, shrub, flower. Do you want one of each or just favourite plant?
Mind.
So my all-time favourite plant, which I always go back to, I gave you one last year trying to kill you, is monkshood. Deadly poisonous, but it is an absolute showstopper of a plant. Gets to about 7 foot tall. These bizarre-looking flowers, very similar to a dahlia, but the flower is completely different because, as the name says, they look like a hooded monk.
I haven't seen mine this year.
Did you ever plant it?
I did, yeah. Over there.
I'm amazed it's not come up.
Hasn't come up. And I was in the garden on Sunday. I had about 6 hours weeding on Sunday.
That's a shame.
It's very dry. That ball is very dry.
It comes from a very wet garden.
Since gardening for a career, what is your biggest win, gain, and hardest defeat or lesson?
Hardest lessons, probably, again, when I was at the lowest of lows, thinking, how the hell am I going to deal with this?
I can imagine that would have been horrible.
And then I guess the biggest win is the fact that we have made something in the garden. You know, it is moving forward. There is a plan to move forward, although we've had a bit of a hiccup this year. But, you know, we are moving forward. Again, we've got another new machine which will make life easier.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's nice to have... There's probably not many people that feel as supported at work as what I do. You know, most of the time I'm left to my own devices, and my boss knows that I've got the best interest of the garden at hand, and what I deliver at the end of the day, he will be up for.
It's good to have that relationship with a boss. It doesn't happen very, very often, does it? But
exactly. And actually, to be honest, that's probably one of my biggest regrets that I said to Chris when he was there, because how Chris got into gardening was very different to how I got into gardening, because he went for a career change. He had a lot of experience volunteering in other gardens, but I never had, like, I probably should have done that when I was sort of studying horticulture. I should have been volunteering, but I just didn't know that sort of thing was available, because it's a shame that I never had experience of other gardens before finding that garden, because I've had to learn on the job.
Yeah.
Like, everything I've learned about working at an estate like that is learned from working there.
Yeah. Oh my God. If you were forced to grow a monoculture, what plant would you pick? My God. Cool.
It's got to be ferns.
Ferns are lovely.
I could have an entire garden of ferns, and if you had a garden of ferns, you'd have to have an environment which would be good for ferns to grow in, which would mean you'd have a lovely damp, shaded garden. So yeah, ferns definitely. There's so many different shapes, sizes of ferns. They're brilliant plants. Love them.
Yeah.
Never have enough.
Who is going to ask the quick fire round questions?
That was my dad that asked that.
Was it? So I've now got to admit, I did print them off, but I didn't pick the sheet up. I only picked your sheet up, what you sent me. So it's indoors. So I haven't got it, Mark. So have you got it to hand?
Yeah, I'll ask myself it.
Sorry. I typed them out and printed it, and then I printed another one, your one, and I only picked one up. Don't matter. It's the answers we want to hear.
Sissy's asked, what's my favourite tipple? Yeah, actually, what you've put, Sissy, whiskey or rum? Either or. Nice red wine. Those ones are all on the quickfire anyway. So. Where are they? So first one, flowers or edibles.
Oh, that's a hard one for you.
See, Steph asked me this the other day, and she was shocked by my answer. And the answer was flowers. It's got to be flowers because that's my job. Like, I'm not a veg grower. Veg growers is more of a hobby than my absolute passion. Like, day in, day out, it's flowers. So, yeah, it'd have to be flowers.
Yeah, I understand that.
Next one, beach or forest? Definitely forest. 100%. I'm definitely a forest. I don't mind being on the beach, but when I'm in a forest, I feel at home amongst all the ferns.
Beach is good for a few hours.
Yeah. Yeah. There's only so much you can do on a beach. Next one, go to emoji.
Oh.
Probably 3. I had a look back on my text messages to see which ones I use the most.
You've been preparing.
Yeah. So thumbs up is a regular one.
Yeah.
Green heart is another one that I use all the time.
Yeah.
And close eyes, sad face.
Oh, I thought you'd do that one.
That one's probably another one that's high up there. But yeah, sort of the sad face with closed eyes.
Yeah.
If you could only have one snack for the rest of your life, what would it be? I'm going to be very specific here. It's got to be a cinnamon bun, specifically from Black Sheep Coffee. Because they were the best cinnamon buns I've ever had.
What, and you think you could just have them as a snack forever? That's it.
Yeah.
No other snacks.
Yeah, got to deliver them to my door. I've given them a free bit of advertising, so send me the cinnamon buns. Favourite day of the week? I've gone with Sunday.
Ooh.
Especially when it's a bank holiday.
Well, I can see that one, yeah. But why normally?
Why normally? Because Saturday always feels like a day where you've got to do life admin. So you never can properly do what you want to do. Whereas Sunday's usually the day that I get to properly get in the garden.
Right.
And actually sort of relax. Whereas Saturday you're always busy doing stuff. You've got shopping to do. You've got the house to clean. You've got bits and pieces that you can't do during the week. You got to go do errands and everything. Whereas Sunday's like garden day or family day out.
I understand that.
Just going to put the lights on. It's getting dark.
Mine just come on automatically outside the window. The security lights come on. But it don't look like when you look through your caravan window out the back. It looks lovely.
No, it isn't. It's not too dark. I mean, to be fair, at some points today when it's got really cloudy, it's been as dark as this. It's been on and off all day today. Favourite season? I go summer.
Oh.
Specifically May, because I said the other day on my post that I've decided May is my favourite month because everything is just perfect. It's not got too far. It's not got dry. Everything's still nice and fresh. Although you've still got more flowers to come, I think now is just everything in that you can sit anywhere in the garden and it just looks nice.
Yeah.
You've got
May's
trees.
May's a good month.
You're starting to get a few bits and pieces in the veg garden to harvest.
It's also my birthday.
It's also your birthday.
To be honest, I would have put you as an autumn person.
I do like autumn, but as a gardener, autumn's quite depressing because you know what's next. So it's like the last hurrah of the garden, and then you've got 3 months of horrible.
Yeah. Awful stuff.
If you could make one thing from your garden or the gardening world disappear, what would it be? Bindweed, because I hate it. It comes through from my neighbour's garden and it just tangles up in amongst all my plants, and it looks horrible, and it's impossible to get rid of.
See, there's something in my garden. I'll do a story of it. I ripped it all out on Sunday, and I thought that was bindweed, but I saw some posts the other day. Somebody had bindweed. It was really small, thin, spindly. But what I've got is quite thick with quite big leaves, and it just rambles for everything. And I can pull it, and pull it, and it just goes, all the way.
Probably, there are two different types of bindweed, but
how is there?
Yeah, I think it's field bindweed is the smaller one, and it has a pink and white flower.
Oh no, this hasn't got pink and white flowers on.
And then there's the one that has almost heart-shaped leaves.
That's the one.
Big leaves.
Bigger leaves.
Big white flowers.
It's quite. The stalks are quite big, really, and you can pull it. I just pulled it, and it went up right through into that ceanothus bush, and I pulled it. There's about 6 meters come through.
Yeah. And then the root is white and quite chunky, fatter than couch grass.
Oh, yeah, right, okay. I haven't found that yet. Bindweed.
And the other thing I'd quite like to get rid of, but it's only seasonal, is the water in my veg garden over the winter.
Yeah.
If I got rid of water all the year, we'd have no bloody...
You'd have nothing.
Can't really get rid of that. Favourite weed? Cow parsley. Can't beat a good bit of cow parsley. And they're just coming into flower now.
It is lovely when it's all in flower, isn't it?
You see it along the verges.
Yeah.
And there's also the one that you can get that's purple leaves, and I've got that in my borders, and it just fills in all the gaps again.
Yeah.
Nice spray of white flowers.
Yeah, I quite like that.
Today's favourite plants, I'm going to go with Iris Langport Wren.
Oh, wow.
I did share it on my stories a few days ago. It's purple, completely purple. It's a bearded iris. It's absolutely gorgeous right now. Definitely iris time. If your plants could talk, what would they say about you? If he was more organised, or if he had more time, we could all look much better.
That's better. It's not organised, it's more time, because if we all had more time, we'd all be more organised. So.
Yeah, that's true. Favourite garden scent? Definitely Daphne. Or
God.
just after it's rained. And that's something everybody can get. You don't even need a garden to get that scent.
No.
Walk outside as soon as it's rained, it's like, it just smells amazing, doesn't it?
It's a beautiful smell, isn't it? Yeah.
You're the emperor of the world. What's the first thing you'd do?
Cool.
Get rid of borders, not the plants. As in borders between countries.
Oh, right.
Because at the end of the day, we're all one world. So you don't need borders.
Yeah, definitely.
Work together as a human race and give everyone a chance to be in their best selves.
Sounds amazing.
Click my fingers.
That would be fantastic, wouldn't it? But we've got politics and religion in there somewhere, Mark. So they're the two problems.
Indeed. And then the final one is 3 people who you can garden with. And I'm going to pick more because it's my question.
Go for it.
So, number 1, my mum's mum, my nanny.
Yeah.
Number 2, my granddad on my dad's side, because again he was the one that inspired me.
So they're the two, we spoke about earlier.
Yeah, but I can't remember. I mean, I must have gardened with them, but I'd love to garden with them now.
Yeah.
I properly could garden with them to spend the day gardening. That'd be brilliant. And then we'll go 3 proper planty people who are Pete Odoof, who's a garden designer. He's done all sorts of gardens at Kew. He's well known for his sort of big swathes of grasses and stuff like that. He does like the patchwork. he's done gardens all over the world. He did the High Line in New York.
Oh, I've been up there.
Yeah. So yeah, him. Nigel done it, whose garden I went on last year, and unfortunately a few weeks ago passed away, bless him.
Oh dear.
And he's an amazing garden designer. He's really sort of pushed the more natural side of garden design. He was from Sheffield, and he's sort of been involved in planting all the verges and stuff with meadow plants. Worked a lot with coral meadows. I think he was involved with the meadows at the Olympic Park as well.
Oh, okay.
And also the poppies around the Tower of London. When they planted that all up as meadow.
Yeah.
He's involved in that. Yeah, brilliant guy. And then the final one of the proper gardeners, Capability Brown.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a good one.
Because he was, I mean, back in the day when he was doing his things, he was groundbreaking, digging up massive trees and planting them so that you could see them from the big house.
Yeah, definitely.
It was really incredible to be involved in all of that.
Yeah, brilliant.
And I've already gardened with you, so that's one thing ticked off the list.
I will come and have another day with you this summer.
Be very good.
Yeah. Is that all of them?
That's all of them.
Wow. I'm sorry I had to read your questions out, but I didn't have my list with me. Well, Mr. Ridpath, thank you very much. Really enjoyed that.
We went over time as well, and I thought we'd have nothing to talk about.
No, don't be daft. Yeah, thank you so much, and thank you for being a very good friend and coming on here with me every week and making fools of ourselves.
It's always a pleasure.
Brilliant. Thank you, mate. And thank you, everybody else, for coming and watching, and for George for his antics every week.
Should open my garden. Maybe in a few years when I've got it really how I want it.
Yeah. All right.
We'll see you all next week.
Really good.
We'll see, because you're at Chelsea, so
quite possibly. Yeah, we'll see. We'll let you know.
We'll let you know if we're not on. If not, the weekend.
Take care, everybody.
Night, everyone.
Cheers,
Bye.
Mark. See you later.
Thank you for listening to Through the Garden Gate.